Take Bina Break.
Download Tak app.
Okay, so when we are in India, we love to talk cricket, but on India Today, we are very lucky to talk about cricket to none other than West Indian legend Brian Lara. He's here with us. Brian, thank you so much for joining us. 2019 is about to close. We've seen a very exciting year as far as cricket is concerned. If you were to pick your moment of the year and your cricketer of the year, who would that be?
Well, first of all, the moment of the year would definitely be the World Cup finals, where England sort of snatched that victory away from New Zealand. I think it was just an unbelievable atmosphere in England at the time, and unfortunate for New Zealand what happened. But I believe that would be definitely the moment of the year. That innings by Ben Stokes in that World Cup finals was special, but he also played another very special innings against Australia in the Test series. So those were always great moments. I think the comeback of Steve Smith, after his ban, I felt that it was unbelievable, the measure of mental strength that he showed to come back with such a bang and perform so well in the Ashes.
Now, looking ahead at 2020, everyone's talking about the T20 World Cup, West Indies reigning champions. Do you think they're called as the unpredictable side these days, but T20 is a format which is unpredictable as well? Is that side capable of retaining that? Dwayne Bravo coming back, Kieron Pollard, the way he's leading, is this side capable of retaining that World Cup?
Yeah, I think so. I think we've got a lot of young talent, and the team is not just about one or two players. If you look at the guys that are coming through, the Nicholas Buran, Hetmeyer, Brandon King, they're all very exciting players. So can you imagine the sort of experience that they're going to gain over the next 8 or 9 months in getting ready for the World Cup? I think that our bowling is something that we'll have to improve on. Try to find one or two match winners in the bowling department, maybe bringing back a Sunil Lorine or something like that. But if we improve on that side in the field, I think that we have a very, very good chance. And I like the tag of underdogs. So I don't want us to be in full form going into the World Cup. I just want us to be getting ourselves ready and maybe firing in the finals or something like that.
But somebody who will sort of walk in at the favourites tag is India. They head into every tournament as probably the favourites, but an ICC trophy has eluded Virat Kohli. Looking at the World T20, is this side capable of winning, and what do you think has lacked that they've not won a trophy under him?
I think they're definitely capable of winning all tournaments that they're playing. I think what Virat Kohli and company and the Indian team has to appreciate the fact that everybody sort of target India. Everybody knows at some point in time one team is going to play that important match against India, if it's a quarterfinal, a semi-final and a final. So they are a team that a lot of people focus on. So you might not be playing India today, but India's playing. You'll be watching to see where they go wrong, because if you have to meet them, you want to make sure that you understand where they're doing, where their weaknesses are. So being a target is sometimes cause your demise. And so far, I mean, under the leadership of Virat Kohli, which has been very good, you saw them found wanting against New Zealand in the recent World Cup in England.
When we talk about Indian cricket, the two names which are probably spoken the most right now in a controversial sense would be Rishabh Pant and then MS Dhoni. Rishabh Pant for the form that he's in or not the form that he's in, and if MS Dhoni will in fact play more international cricket. What is your take on these two players?
Well, first of all, MS Dhoni would know what's best for him. I think that he's served Indian cricket very well, and a fit MS Dhoni is always an asset in any team. I'm almost sure that he's going to be playing in the IPL and performing, and he would know how he feels best. And I suppose the BCCI and the selectors would also know what's going on. There's a lot of young, exciting players. I think as a 21-year-old, Rishabh Pant has a lot of unnecessary pressure. When I was 21, I didn't have that pressure. I was sitting down on the bench, cleaning Sir Vivian Richards' boots or doing something, getting ready to play international cricket. I think the burden is unnecessary, and he should be allowed to play and allowed to express himself, and don't feel like if it's a do or die situation. They've got other young players as well they can try. Sanju Samson is also a very exciting player. So I don't think in totality India has a problem in picking a wicketkeeper batsman in 8 or 9 months' time. I don't think they will have a problem. Who gets the job, I suppose, will be someone that's deserving.
You know, Brian, another comparison that comes often as far as Indian cricket is concerned is that where does Virat Kohli rank, say, amongst the greats? You've played against Sachin Tendulkar, you've seen Virat Kohli. If we were, do you first of all like comparing eras? And secondly, if you had to pick one of the two, who would you say?
I would not indulge in picking one of the two. I'm not that sort of person. I think everyone, that plays in their era has done something special. And if I was to go back to Sachin era and talk about another Indian batsman, you look at Rahul Dravid, who's done a tremendous job for India. He's called the wall. So I think you got to appreciate each player for what they bring, and just allow them be. Virat Kohli is enjoying his period as an international cricketer. You don't know what's going to happen in 5 or 10 years' time if someone new is going to come on the block, and I'm just one that's just going to sit back and enjoy what I see.
Finally, Brian, when you see Test cricket right now, you've got this really beautiful battle going between Virat Kohli and Steve Smith. Again, comparing two players. Looking at you, that record of 400, do you think one of these two could actually go ahead and break that? Or could it be David Warner, who just missed it?
I think it would be difficult for Steve Smith to sort of do it, batting at number 4 for Australia. He's also someone, he's a great player, but doesn't dominate. So I think, a player like David Warner for sure, a player like Virat Kohli, if he gets in early and gets set, he's a very attacking player. Rohit Sharma in his day. So they've got quite a group of players who can do so. At one point I thought, well, when I saw Prithvi Shaw make his debut, I felt that this young man, his attacking style, he looked like to me like a reincarnation of Virender Sehwag, and but I know he's gone off the boil a bit. So any attacking player can do it.
And finally, Brian, not playing cricket now, when you're not doing commentary, we see you on the golf course quite a lot. You do seem to enjoy a hand of golf. Have you tried that at the Delhi golf course?
Yeah, I mean, this is my first time here, and I'm very thankful to Usha for making the opportunity possible. And I look forward to working together with them, have a great working relationship. It's just unbelievable where they came from. I remembered my mom sewing on a machine, and it's great to see that a company who have grown so large still have a great input on such the underprivileged lives, and they're trying to create empowerment within the youth, which is excellent.
Thank you so much, Brian, for speaking to us, and we've really loved the insights that you've brought to the game.
Thank you very much.